Morning children, today I am going to teach you a new chapter in geography. The name of the chapter is agriculture. Now the transformation from a plant to a finished product involves three types of activities. They are primary, secondary and tertiary activities. The primary activities are those which are connected with nature. The examples are agriculture and fishing. The secondary activities are those which are connected with transforming raw material into finished products. The examples are manufacturing industries. And the tertiary activities are those which support both primary and secondary activities. The examples are transport and banking. Now we come to farm system. The farming can be looked as a system. The important inputs are seeds, fertilizers, machinery and labor. Some of the operations involved are plowing, sowing, irrigation, weeding and harvesting. The outputs from the system include crops, wool, dairy and poultry products. अब फार्मिंग को एग्रीकल्चर को हम सिस्टम के उसमें रूप में देख सकते हैं. इसमें जो इनपुट्स हम लगाते हैं वो होते हैं सीड्स, फर्टिलाइजर, मशीनरी एंड लेबर. इसमें जो ऑपरेशंस इन्वॉल्व होते हैं वो होते हैं प्लाइंग, सोइंग, इरिगेशन, वीडिंग एंड हार्वेस्टिंग. और इसमें जो आउटपुट आता है वो होता है क्रॉप्स, डेयरी एंड पोल्ट्री प्रोडक्ट्स. Now we come to types of farming. Can be classified into two types. One is subsistence and another is commercial farming. Now we will talk about subsistence farming. Now subsistence farming is a type of farming in which the crops are grown uh, to meet the needs of the family. Now subsistence farming can be divided into intensive agriculture, shifting, cultivation and nomadic herding. Now we will talk about intensive agriculture. Intensive agriculture is practiced on small land holdings. In India, the land holdings are small. Now, in this type of agriculture, more than two crops are grown in a year because the soil is fertile. Now we come to shifting cultivation. Under shifting cultivation, a patch of land is cleared for growing crops, and when the crops are harvested, the patch of land is abandoned and the farmers move to new piece of land. Now we come to nomadic farming. Under nomadic farming, the herders move from one place to another in search of pasture for their herds according to the season. Now we come to commercial farming. Now the commercial farming is a type of farming in which the crops are grown for sale in the market. Now the commercial farming can be divided into grain farming, mixed farming and plantation farming. Now first we will talk about grain farming. Now the grain farming is done for commercial purpose. This is done on large farms in USA and Canada. Now the mixed farming is a type of farming in which both food and fodder crops are grown. Now we come to plantation farming. In plantation farming, only one type of crop is grown on the large field. The examples of this type of farming are tea, coffee, and sugar cane. Now we move to major crops. Now the crops can be divided into food crops, fiber crops, and beverage crops. Now we will discuss about the conditions that are required for the growth of different crops. First, we will talk about rice. Now, rice requires high temperature and high rainfall. It grows well in alluvial soil. Now, we will talk about wheat. Wheat requires moderate temperature and moderate rainfall, and it grows well in loamy soil. Now, we will talk about millets. Now, millets requires moderate temperature and moderate rainfall, and it can grow well in less fertile soil. Now, we come to maize. Maize requires moderate temperature and moderate rainfall. It is grown in well fertile soil. Now we come to cotton. Cotton requires high temperature and light rainfall. It requires frost-free days and bright sunshine for its growth. Now we come to jute. Now jute requires high temperature and high rainfall. It grows well in alluvial soil. Now we come to coffee. Coffee requires high temperature and high rainfall and well-drained loamy soil. Now we come to tea. Tea requires cool climate and well-distributed rainfall throughout the year. It needs it needs well-drained loamy soil with gentle slope. Now we come to next page. Agricultural development. It refers to the efforts made to increase the production in order to meet the demands of the population. This can be done by increasing the area under the crop, improving irrigation facilities and use of fertilizers and good variety of seeds. Now the developing countries like India practice intensive agriculture because the land holdings are small, whereas the developed countries like USA and Canada practice extensive agriculture because the land holdings are very large. Now we come to farms in India. In India, very small. A farmer grows at least two crops in a year. He takes the advice of his elders and sometimes the government agencies regarding farming practices. He takes the tractors on rent to plow the field. He also takes tube wells on rent to irrigate the field. Now we come to next page. He also has buffaloes and hens. He sells his milk to the cooperative society. He sells his farm produce to the mandi in nearby town. Now we come to farm in USA. The farm in USA are very large. A farmer before growing a crop makes sure that water is available and soil is fertile. Sometimes he sends the soil samples to the laboratory for testing. His computer is linked to the satellite which gives him information about his field. The entire agricultural operation is done through machines. He sells his grains to the market agencies. This is my chapter. Thank you.